Yo, what's up, people? How's it going? It's Sounding Man here with another NPC Talk with Casey and Kahuna, as usual.
Why was he first? What the fuck?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Why'd you say his name first?
Kahuna, you were missing last time, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
What did you go do anyway?
What was it? Oh, I was at Penn State.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was tailgating.
You were getting
hammered.
drunk and then putting hot dogs on your friend's
I was
face.
drunk
like
in the middle of the field. And
Yep.
I got everyone in trouble because I gave the finger to a camera in an apartment complex.
Really?
And apparently the next day they actually went to the apartment that my friends were staying at and yelled at the person who was rented out the apartment. Yeah.
Just for a middle finger?
Because I gave the finger in an elevator
It's
at a camera.
It's a fucking college tailgating thing.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure the security officers aren't in that building to begin with, so they had to drive there, find a parking spot, just to go and yell
This
at
guy
them.
threw out a middle finger. We gotta go try it
I would
down.
think that happens thousands of times each day.
Yeah. Especially on a big weekend where there's lots of people drunk.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
So yeah, they got in trouble for it, and I wasn't there, which is awesome.
So this is also a Unicorns to the Round Table, since I'll be uploading this onto Nuked Pixels.
So wait, is this going up on both channels?
It's gonna go up on both channels.
Oh, some cross promotion.
Yeah, I got some cross promotion. Check out my channel, Soundy Man, the Soundy Man.
And you wanted to put this on New Pixels so that people know we're not dead, you said.
Yeah, because I know we haven't uploaded stuff since like what
Last year?
first of January.
Oh yeah,
This is
the Christmas
when we
episode.
played FIFA 14 for whatever reason.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been just doing, our own things. We didn't have like a falling out or anything like that.
But hey, okay, guys, though, for real though, we like Soundman has his own channel. It's youtube.com/thesoundyman. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then mine is Steel Monkey, but with an AY. And Kahuna's,
I have one, but I don't do
his
anything
doesn't
on it,
matter,
so
'cause
don't
it sucks.
even waste your time.
He streamed on his channel a while back, and it was just a black screen the entire time.
It wasn't a time. I fixed it eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he fixed it eventually.
if you guys,
Apparently the beta that I was playing was not it didn't work.
blame the beta. Blame the beta.
No, it didn't work. It wasn't compatible with OBS, so I had to stream my whole.
It was so
monitor.
depressing telling him though, because I told him like, "Hey, your screen is black. You should fix it." And he's like, "Nobody's watching anyway."
I'm
sorry.
gonna cut my wrist.
No, I'll do it for Steel. I didn't give a fuck if he didn't see it really that much.
Yeah, he streams to me personally sometimes. It's pretty romantic.
Well, because he was at work and he wanted to see what HR was like, so I showed it to him. and I
Streaming by
streamed it.
candlelight.
So yes, Kahuna, you can't follow him anywhere because he doesn't have Twitter or anything. So he's just like a person that shows up randomly to parties, crashes them.
Crashed him. I'm like the life of the party though.
I'm the life of the party.
So yeah, I've been doing reviews on my channel and stuff. Casey, what have you been playing on your channel? You were doing Bloodborne for a while, but then you kind of gave up.
I was playing all kinds of shit, and then I haven't done a single thing in like a month. So I've been a lazy bitch.
Did you get like injured or something?
Yeah, my back kind of is fucked up a little bit, so I just haven't been.
He got injured.
It was a deadlifting issue problem thing.
He tore his ACL and his MCL, and he broke his leg in 3 places. And he has a cracked
I either
neck.
have
broke 3 vertebrae.
a muscle strain in the lower back or something with my disc is all fucked up a little bit.
Herniated something?
But it's getting a little bit better. This is the first time I've actually
If it was
turned
herniated,
on my
he'd be bitching
desktop
like a motherfucker.
computer.
It's definitely not herniated. It's just probably a pulled muscle.
It could be herniated from what I did a couple of years ago, and it just like aggravated it.
Those
a couple weeks
lingering
ago.
issues.
Like I could have aggravated it it was like a month and a half or 2 months ago now. But yeah, I haven't even turned my desktop computer on except for the podcasts that I did a couple weeks ago and today. The only times I've turned this computer on. So
Yeah, we've been doing multiple of these NPC talks, so this is the third one right now.
I've been laying my ass on the couch and
I thought it was the 4th one, because I thought I did 2.
No,
Was
we
that
did one
Kuna?
with Death Fun, Kuna.
Yeah, we did
I
one
know,
with Death
but I
Fun.
thought it's the 4th one because I thought I did 2 of them.
You did. This is number 4.
He said 3.
Yeah, it is 4. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I did say 3.
You
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought it was the 4th.
dumbass.
Yeah. So as we all know, there hasn't really been any game releases these past 2 weeks since we did the last podcast.
Bitch, there's been some good ones. There's been a new Assassin's Creed game, which is hyped up. But Soundman actually liked it, right?
Yeah, I thought it was just a bit above average, 7 out of 10.
It's
So-
different than the main Assassin's Creed
So
games, though.
It's above average.
It's a side scroller. Like, it's completely different.
Yeah, I mean, I played Mark the Ninja a little bit. I never finished that game, but that game flowed a lot better. Like, it was a lot smoother to kind of move through areas than Assassin's Creed is. Assassin's Creed wants to do, like, all of its animations, and it kind of drags it out, so it feels kind of sluggish at points. But, I mean, the game was really fun. So, I don't know what else I can say. I had fun playing it.
What was fun about it? Because you said the story's not good and the controls are sluggish.
Sometimes they're sluggish, but most of the time, it's like, sometimes whenever you want to snap onto something, because you can kind of go in like a 2.5D, you can run like further into the level, like with depth, like kind of make it 3D. But whenever like you're kind of on a wall and you have to get onto a side wall, you're like a front-facing wall, then there's a side wall. Sometimes it doesn't let you do it because it's like doesn't understand 3 dimensions.
Kuno would hate it then.
So I don't know. I liked it. What can I say? It's just, it was fun to, like, you know, there's these parts where, like, everything is catching on fire behind you, and you have to run away as fast as possible. And it gives you points on how fast you speedrun it. And so it gives you, like, this slide move where you can, like, instantly kill a guard, and now those parts are fun. But,
You going to buy this now, Kahuna?
Nope.
it's cheap. It's only like $10, so it's cheaper than Mark of the Ninja.
Only $10.
But $10 on a PC game, you can buy like 9 good games on PC for $10.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just for like a, you know, release now kind of thing. Like Mark
That's
of the
true. That's
Mark
true.
of the Ninja came out like in 2012, and that game is still like what, the $12 or something, I think.
Yeah, but that game goes on sale all the time for like under $5.
Maybe if it was on the Vita and it was like $3, then I'd consider buying it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually it's gonna get price drop and stuff. So.
I told Soundman that like I don't even think if it was cheap like that, like I would play it. Like,
Well, if it was on the Vita, it'd be a good thing to play.
no, but see, like I've been valuing, I think, time more than like even like money stuff like that. Like, if it's not really good or something I really want to play, I'm just not gonna even invest any time into it all, even if it's really cheap.
No, but I'm not. There's still like, what if you're out and you can take your Vita. You take your Vita with you.
I have good games on my Vita though.
When was the last time you played your Vita though?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I already have good games on my Vita that I'm not playing, so I'm not gonna put a game that I don't really want to play on my Vita, even if it's just because it's cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that Assassin's Creed game on Vita wasn't that bad, was it?
No.
So
You hated it. You bitched about it all the time, but it wasn't. that
Okay,
bad.
we just cut Sabbath off. Sorry, Sabbath.
So yeah, Assassin's Creed was one of the few things that came out this past 2 weeks.
Yeah, what else has come out? Anything?
Omega Quintet. I saw that on GameFly because I went on GameFly looking for stuff that's coming out, and I think that's the only thing on like consoles like PS4 until Witcher 3 comes out. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll get some Omega Quintet. I didn't even read the description or anything like that. I just picked it up.
Well, you're gonna have to describe this to all the people listening because no one knows what this is. Kahuna doesn't either.
I did a video of this on my channel. I thought it was going to be like a Britney's dance beat, per rapper the rapper kind of, you know, pattern, you press buttons, DDR kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was,
So why would you buy it?
well, I didn't buy it.
He gameflied it.
Gamefly.
Oh.
I'm not that dumb. I mean, I still have my Gamefly subscription, so I got to get something. So I picked it up and I looked at the because it has a little description on the CD thing, and I knew it was instantly a mistake once I started reading that. So I got my brother and me to play it. We did it on a video I found really funny. I liked it.
No, it was a good video. You guys had some good commentary.
Yeah, good
It was
chemistry.
natural sounding.
I had to cut out a lot because a lot of it's just visual novel talking scenes, so there's not really much you can say during it. But the voice acting is really annoying. But I suppose it's a JRPG, so it's to be expected.
So it's a JRPG,
Yeah,
but
so
it has actual combat. But
so
you
it's- yeah,
battle
so
with
it's-
your voice.
So it's like Final Fantasy, you just attack in like turn-based kind of thing. You know, you run around and then you get thrown into battles. It's very boring. So Mega Quintet really sucks. It's definitely not made with me in mind. I'm sure if you like JRPGs and stuff like that, you'd love it.
Or if you like looking up girl skirts, this is the
Yes.
game for you.
Especially whenever they yell at you for it. So, have you guys played anything? Those are the only 2 things I've played.
Kahuna?
I don't think I played anything new.
Me neither. I haven't played anything new either, so.
Other than Bloodborne.
Yep.
Let's see. Bloodborne, we played a little Battlefield again.
Yep.
Elder Scrolls Online.
Ew.
Just the normal stuff then.
Yeah, we haven't really played any HL, right?
Nope. I've been playing through the Battlefield Hardline campaign, but that's a few weeks old now. That game's
That's
okay.
like a month old. That's like a month old now.
Yeah, whatever. A few weeks is basically a month.
People were saying that before it came out, that was just pretty much like a glorified mod. What would you say?
Yeah, pretty much.
The multiplayer definitely feels like that, but the single player actually, it seems like they put a lot of work into it. It's about as average as, your average Battlefield or Call of Duty campaign. They did something cool how it's filmed like almost an episode of Cops, and there's like 10 missions, but they're called 10 episodes. So each episode ties together and it's filmed like a television show. So that's kind of unique, I guess. It's all right. I've been playing it. What's
Does one mission take place in Baltimore?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
wow,
just
I think
checking.
that's the worst thing that was said on the whole episode.
Wow.
Talking about us saying shit, Jesus.
Hey, I live like 20 minutes away from Baltimore.
Yeah, I know, but still.
So
That's
I'm
like a
allowed
serious
I'm allowed to say
situation.
stuff like that.
I don't think that means you can say whatever you want.
Well, I mean, hey, why is it so bad to say that about Baltimore? They're destroying their own neighborhoods. They're idiots.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad shit going on in there.
So yeah, Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah, it's all right. I've been literally like listening to this podcast on it's called realghoststories.com. They have a podcast and YouTube channel. I've been listening to that while I've been playing it. So maybe it's not very good and it's just a time passer buyer. I don't know. But it's all right. I'm trying to get trophies in it, basically.
Oh, so you're playing on PS4?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I've
I've been playing everything on PS4 because of the back. I've been laying on the couch a bunch.
Oh, right, yeah.
Basically being a little bitch.
It's not a little bitch.
I'd also like to say that Steel is absolutely the worst co-op partner in Bloodborne ever of all time.
Oh my god, you can't even say that.
Literally runs around like an idiot.
Who's the guy who oh yeah, bring me into your game. This boss is super easy. We get to the boss and he dies one hit.
Because he never did the one-hit move on me before. I was like, wait,
You're
what?
like, oh, this boss is so easy. One hit dead.
Who's the guy who
You were like
attacked
30 levels
an NPC?
higher than me.
Who's the guy who attacked an NPC who you're supposed to get quests from?
You don't have to get
and now
quests
he's
from him.
angry at you and you can't progress
I
that
did
part of the
progress.
story.
I got past him.
You can't do that. His part of the story, though,
Can if I kill him.
that's not his part of the story. You can't do his quest.
Bitch, he gave me eyes and I didn't like what
He
they
gave you
Yeah,
eyes.
like scurvy eyes.
He gave you eyes. He was giving you information about the next
didn't
area,
trust him.
and you fucking hit him.
No, I killed his ass.
You didn't kill him. He killed you multiple times.
I remember doing that in Skyrim. Because
Yeah,
in
see?
Skyrim, you can just murder people that like sell you stuff and they never come back.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like-
but you can always reload then too, though.
Well,
If you wanted to.
yeah.
You can't reload Bloodborne.
True.
Once it's done, it's done.
I don't care. I live by my decision.
But yeah, I remember killing someone at the mages circle. I forgot what they sold, but I remember like later on, like hours upon hours down the line, I was like, shit, I need to buy some of this. Where can I buy it? It's like, oh, the dude did on from the door.
Luckily, though, you were playing on PC, so you could have just modded and got that item anyways.
Oh, did you just make a segue?
I did!
So over the week, there was a big kerfuffle.
Yeah,
So for-
kerfluffle.
Was that
Yeah,
this week or was that a couple weeks ago?
yeah, it was a couple weeks ago, I guess. But
Oh, you guys didn't cover it, though.
Valve and Steam decided to release paid mods for Skyrim to kind of
Terrible idea.
to test the waters a bit, and
I don't think it's a terrible idea, so it's good. Me and Kahuna have different opinions.
those waters
it's
are
bad.
fairly choppy, just suffice to say. So.
They were choppy. Now they're gone, right? Now it's dry.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
drought
No,
season.
it
So
didn't last very long.
the biggest issues that were brought up about these paid mods was that the developers were only getting like what 15% or something crazy like that.
Yeah, or Steam was getting a majority of the cut.
Steam and Bethesda, you make like an agreement with them, so like, oh, these people release paid mods, and then we'll get like this percent of the money, then we'll give you this percent of the money, and apparently the developers, they decide on the percent that they get from each mod. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the hate that was directed towards Valve with that wasn't actually true.
I don't even get the hate about that. That's how a lot of business works. If they're going to have more exposure and sell more mods on Steam than any other site, then it makes sense to, offer up a percentage or even a big chunk that will go to the developer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes
They don't have to do it on Steam if they don't want to. It's just another opportunity for them to make money a different way.
it makes it more legal to kind of sell mods for money, because there's kind of a gray area there because you're using game assets to get money.
Right.
So
the way before was just to take donations, which they could still do if they wanted, right?
yeah, they can still take donations and whatever, but just if you had like a paid mod system, it's kind of like makes more sense. But there's the issue with people just like stealing like content and assets and releasing it for money.
Yeah.
That
was one of the reasons why I didn't agree with, because you can literally take someone's assets from that mod and release it yourself and then get paid for it.
Yeah, so there's issues with that, and
But see, that too, people aren't gonna buy.
And then another thing but then what happened? What Valve did, they even fucked up even more. They took both the modded, like the copy version, and the original version off of Steam Workshop. So the person who got cheated off of didn't get their they couldn't do anything about it.
yeah,
Like, they literally couldn't sell their mod anymore. They couldn't do their mod anymore because some asshole cheated and copied his own mod.
and then apparently the community admins, they're deleting people's criticisms and stuff off like the pages, and
It was basically handled terribly.
It was a shitstorm. It was very, very bad.
Valve's PR was terrible in that situation.
Apparently they lost millions of dollars because Gabe Newell, he did like a Ask Me Anything on Reddit. So like in the midst of all that, and he tried to kind of bring it back down and like, no, well, it's good idea, but he was getting like downvoted like a shit ton, and that's usually surprising if something like that would happen.
Well, because people on the internet worship him like
Dude,
a god.
yeah. Because he got all that PC Master Race stuff and, all praise Gaben and whatever.
Yeah.
And then he got down to like negative 2,000 or something. It's crazy.
I still think it was the internet making a giant deal over something that might have had some issues, but they didn't have to blow it out of proportion the way they did.
And it wasn't huge, but it was just stupid for Valve to do.
I still think paid
everything they
mods
did was
could have been a
stupid.
good idea. They could have.
If
Help
it was
some
done
people-
better, like if they added like kind of a... Well, they can't really add a donate button because then you run into the same gray area thing as
The only way
It's not
paid
legal.
mods would work is if they personally went through each mod, checked the assets, and did it on a case-by-case
why does
basis.
it need-
You shouldn't
why
be able
does
to
it
just
need that?
upload something and say, oh, I want this amount of money for
But
it. It has to
why
be done.
can't you do that? People aren't just going to buy stuff if it's not reviewed highly or rated highly. They're not even going to see
it's not,
it ever.
It's not based on... You're not listening to what I'm... It's not based on that. It's based on so people don't copy their assets and then put
I
it back
understand
up.
that, but it doesn't... Okay.
Someone's getting me money
The
for something
mod
they
is
didn't
out.
do.
The mod is out, all right? So someone's going to take the mod and copy the assets and then put it out again. People are going to buy the first one.
How are you going to know it's the first one?
Because it's going to be
What-
higher up in the search engines and everything. It's already
You
going to...
think so, but what happened with... You see this with mobile games all the time. A mobile game, like a small company, will come out with a mod. A bigger company like Zynga will come out, make the exact... Or not a mod, a game. Will come make the same exact game, and since they're bigger, they have better advertising, they take over...
But
they
how
get
does that
the higher
hurt
up.
anybody personally?
It hurts the little guy.
But the little guy now, having no mods at all to get paid for, is not benefiting anyway now.
He can still get donations for it.
He could always get donations for it now, and even when
Yeah.
it was a paid mod, he could still get donations.
I
for it.
wasn't said I was completely against the mods. Steele, if you listen to me, I said it has to be looked
But
at.
you're blowing it
on
up like it's a
case-by-case
huge deal.
basis.
Who cares?
It is a huge deal.
People
They're getting
steal
ripped
shit
off.
all the time. That's how
Think
the
about
internet
it. If
is.
it's a case, what's wrong with doing a case by case
Okay,
basis?
but what about?
Name one reason why that's a bad thing.
But listen, if you put anything out on the internet, people are going to pirate it and steal it. It's just how it works.
Yeah, but if it's on a case by case basis, they can deny the people who are copying them.
No, but the case by case
paid.
basis is going to cost Valve lots of money to go through all
That's
those
the only
mods.
way it's going to work.
There's not
though.
yeah
don't
there's
think
not
so.
enough there's not enough manpower for Valve to be able to do
Exactly.
case by case looking
Well,
at
then they
each
shouldn't
thing.
do it.
And there's the issue with like if you look at like mods, one of the funnest things to do is like put like a shit ton of mods on your game and watch it as it crashes horribly and you can't run anything. So you just
Right.
uninstall the mods and then you're back to fine. But with like something like if you pay for it, then and like it turns out it doesn't work, or it's like, oh, you need to also buy this mod so that you can run it
Well, so
properly.
that's what reviews are for.
Yeah. So
But the whole stealing thing, Kuna, people could still steal mods right now and put it up on their own site with a donation button.
You can, yeah, but you're not getting paid to use that mod though. You don't have to pay to use it.
You would also be able to steal it really easily because there's a refund option that they implemented for like if it did crash and you couldn't run it, so you can just like refund, get your money back, and then
Well, they have that now too.
Uninstall the thing. But if you just grab the mod files, then and then you refund and just copy paste onto your desktop, and then you put them back into the file. Like, what's to prevent you from doing that? Bam, you got the mods, and you got a refund as well.
What's keeping you from doing that with a game, though? Like a normal game?
Well, you can't refund games on Steam.
Yeah, you can.
Sometimes you can.
No, I thought they have a 48-hour refund period now.
Well, I mean, that's actually tied to your Steam account. But, like, mods with, like, the workshop, you can still get the workshop files and put it actually into, like, the Skyrim base folder as if it's a regular installed mod.
But why would you go through all the if you wanted to do that, why wouldn't you just get the mod off like the other site it's on for free?
Exactly.
So I mean,
so
the whole paying for it was just basically if you wanted to support the developers who made this stuff.
Yeah, but then people started taking like their free ones and then making them paid and stuff. Well,
the really good ones, if people are willing to pay, then the developers that make those mods should get paid.
I think paid mods could work, but I think that door is completely closed now.
Yeah,
they're not gonna try that for at least another couple years.
Yeah, it's just gotta be done right. They can't just. The whole PR situation was terrible.
I still though they might have done some bad stuff and PR might have been bad. I didn't even pay attention to the PR, but I still think the internet they just blew it up way out of proportion.
Well, they always blow everything up way out of proportion.
But like it was crazy. There was like all these the whole Reddit gaming thing was like all these boycotts and stuff. It was all this stupid shit. People get so worked up against.
I'm not boycotting Steam, but I do think it was a mistake to do that the way they did it. Is what I'm saying.
But there's no way they can review each mod. It's impossible. So
they can have computer algorithms to at least help with that.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work.
I just don't. I think you're way too worried about that. People are going to pirate people's stuff and make money off of it, and people are going to steal stuff.
Well, then they shouldn't do the mods then that way.
But this is going on right now with all kinds of stuff. Should they not make games because people are going to pirate the games?
No, but the games are a lot bigger deal. They're bigger.
But these people are making money off of it now, so if they make anything at all, it's a plus for them. I don't understand why you're so caught up on that. Why that's such a big deal.
Because there's other people that are making money off of it that don't deserve to make money.
That's just how the internet is. There's scummy people that do that on all kinds of stuff.
When you're pirating
there's people that download YouTube
money.
videos and upload them to their channel to try to get ad revenue. It's just what happens.
I think it would become kind of a community review, like, oh, this person's stealing mods, don't buy his shit.
Exactly. It would monitor itself pretty much.
Yeah, it would kind of turn out in that, but it wasn't really given time by the community.
Like, the people that make really good mods would be known in that community, and they would become the popular people. So when they put a new mod out, people would know who it's from, and they know where to get it from because they know this brand of people making them.
You would think that, but then look at all the mobile games that are just...
But Kahuna, everything on the internet, though, is like that. That's what I'm saying. There's no way to monitor this at all.
Yeah, there's people who, on the iPhone store, they were, like, releasing, like, Pokemon thing, and it'd just be the title screen, and then, like, you try to play the game, it's still black and crash.
Exactly.
And it was...
There is a way to monitor. If the person who made the original, he can, make a complaint to the other person.
They can do that now. They can do that on the Google stores, but it still takes time to go through all that.
Yeah, it takes time, but you can look at the mods, you can see which one came out first, and obviously that one's the original.
But it's not that easy, because unless you go through it and play both of them, you're not going to know what's the differences.
That's what I meant on a case-by-case basis.
I'm just saying, this happens in everything.
This is a
you're acting like
argument.
It's a big deal.
You guys just keep arguing about the same thing.
I know, because he's not making sense.
You're not making sense.
This guy just agree to disagree, I'm
just saying that everything's like this, and you're acting like it's...
It's not like this. You say like everything like is online, but it's not, because people aren't making money for doing their scummy stuff pirating. When you pirate stuff, you're just putting it on like a torrent for free. People pirate all kinds of stuff,
like what I just said about YouTube videos. People pirate YouTube videos.
But the pirates aren't making the money.
Yes, they are. On YouTube videos, they are.
On YouTube videos, but not on pirating games or stuff like which is your example before.
That's just a different way of theft, though.
It's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. It's a different form
of
theft. Yes,
no, it's not. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
I am listening to what you're saying. You're caught up with because the people can make money off of someone else's content is the one thing that...
Yes.
And you're saying piracy, they're stealing it, but they're not profiting from the stolen goods.
Right.
But why is that a big
You used an example before, about 5 minutes ago. You used pirating games as an example. You did it 5 minutes ago.
Yes, I know. I'm saying both these things are bad.
So I countered that with that argument.
That's not a valid argument. They're both illegal
it is
and
if I was
bad,
countering your argument.
scummy things.
It's not exactly. So you're saying that your argument before was invalid then?
No, my argument was both those things are pretty much exactly the same. They're both illegal, scummy things to do. Someone's profiting off the one, where they're not the other.
I don't know. I'm totally not following this argument right now. I've just zoned out. So
It makes no fucking sense.
You guys, both of you guys aren't making sense. Basically, how I see it, I don't even know what you guys are arguing about. I'm not even gonna try.
He's caught up with the fact that they could make money off of someone else's content. That's the big deal about this.
So they can make money off someone else's stolen content. I think that would be able to get kind of filtered out by people in the community being like, "Oh, this guy
not necessarily.
This guy is a scumbag. He stole this stuff. Here's like
not necessarily because look at the
Kuna,
mobile
there's
games.
never going to be 100% with anything though.
Shut up.
100%. A lot of games do this. A lot of games do this. The big mobile game companies like Zynga and stuff. They do this all the time. A smaller
they do this all the time, and the community is always like, "You're stealing shit, you're assholes."
And they still make tons of money.
Yeah,
they don't get banned. They get tons of money, and they never get banned for
it. No, but Zynga doesn't steal their
those
assets.
Are big
and
dudes.
completely.
Those are big dudes with like lawyers and stuff, and they have all this shit. But if someone's like blatantly stealing mods, like as a small indie creator kind of thing, you're gonna get thrown in the shitter.
Might not be though. He might not be. Some companies can be formed for doing mods for paid. If you're getting money for doing mods, why would a company be formed for that?
Your argument's terrible. You can steal shit and sell it on eBay, but if people catch on, they're gonna shut you down. It's the same thing. And
how are you gonna sell a mod on eBay?
I'm not saying a mod. Anything. If you're caught for stealing stolen iPhones on eBay, you're gonna get shut down.
Mods are a very community-driven, kind of industry. So, like, big Zynga games,
My point is it needs to be modded. Mods aren't modded right now for this.
But it's impossible to moderate something.
You can easily steal something and put it on Steam, and it won't be modded.
There are a lot of different, variables that go into a mod and stuff. You can't review them all with, one, specific group of people.
I'm talking about I'm not talking about reviewing every single mod that's put on. My point is, you do the complaint thing. You do it by case. Then you have someone to review.
But how
do
you know they weren't going to put that in?
And you don't just ban outright the person who made the mod and the other person who made the original mod. You don't do it that way. You have to look at both of them and see which one was the first. Well, maybe
that might have just been an accident. So it
wasn't an accident. It happened to multiple people.
But that could have just been because it's a new thing too. If it evolved and they gave it time to grow, that probably is how it would have turned out.
My point is, it would have to be done right before they do. They had to get all figured out before they did this again.
This is one of the issues.
They should have figured this all out.
This is one of the issues that they could have ironed out if they had longer time. But they weren't.
If they had taken some time to figure it out, they could have done it right.
They could have done it right. They didn't do it right, and now paid mods are gone. There's no chance of it. It's over.
They probably didn't think it was a big deal. They were just like, let's let them let's let them get money off of it because they already have mods on the store. So they're probably just like, let's let those developers make money, and then it became this whole giant thing that they weren't expecting.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened.
I could have told them right now it would have been a big deal.
They implemented this whole
look at all the people like Death Fund that would have been pissed off because they don't want to spend money on shit. Death Fund would have had a field day. It's a mod. I should have to spend money for a mod. You were blowing this up
way too. You're like the people on the Reddit. Who cares? How many mods do you even download a year? Two?
I'm not Oh my god, you're not listening to me. I'm not blowing up about the mods themselves. I'm saying that a bunch of people would have still blown up about it. That they should have realized that it was going to blow up about it. I'm not blowing up about the mod thing at all.
Okay.
Seriously, listen. Open your ears.
Okay, so let's relax.
They're always open.
Whew. Let's take a breather. So, Skyrim mods, those are all gone now. Gaben, he's, shut it down for the foreseeable future.
All of Skyrim mods or just paid mods?
I mean, paid mods.
Okay, I was going to
say. So those are all gone. Valve, they said that we're sorry. We thought that you guys would like this, et cetera, et cetera. We don't really understand, but we're just taking it away anyway. So it's always best for whenever a company can say, yeah, we fucked up, so we're going to do it different, and we're going to listen to the feedback that we were given. So that's really nice that they did that. Some in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, they're just going to stick through this. They don't care. They're just going to keep going until the community kind of gets used to it and likes it. Like DLC was really oh, fuck this shit, like back in the day.
Steam in general was hated at first when it was first made.
Yeah.
People hated it because they were like, oh, they're going to control where we get all our games at. And they gave it time for people to give it a chance, and look what it turned into. It changed a bunch. The same thing could have happened with this mod system. It could have evolved and became much better than it was at first.
But it's a pointless argument because it's over now.
That's just what I was saying. Kuna's like, but they couldn't. It had to be 100% perfect before it got started at all. Which is not how anything on the internet
I never
works
said
at all.
100% perfect, Steel, but they did need to iron out a lot of things, but they should have put it up.
So this isn't the only recent issue with mods, though. Getting off of Skyrim paid mods, Rockstar recently released GTA 5, as I'm sure you all know. There's been a lot of issues with people who downloaded mods for single player, and they get banned for multiplayer like instantly. Like they have like a field of view mod or something, I think, for single player to like kind of expand it so you can see more stuff. And they just like try to log on to the Rockstar, I forget what it's called and stuff. It's like, oh, your account.
Rockstar Online, I think.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
And and you're banned. You can't get on. It's over.
They should have.
And the great thing is, even if it's in your files, like even if it's not running at the time, it will still ban you. If it's installed in your computer, the mod, it could ban you.
I wonder why they're banning them anyway. It's not like it's a competitive thing.
I know. I can understand if it's like an online mod. Like
if you're aimbotting and hacking and stuff in like a competitive game. But this is just like a fucking around game. I don't really understand.
Well, I think they want to make the missions and stuff matter and your leveling up matter online, which I could see that. I could see that in whatever, but you shouldn't be able to punish someone for using a single player mod.
Yeah.
You know?
They should have probably delayed the game until they had it all ironed out.
Shut up, Casey. Let's not go back into there.
You're an idiot. It's a completely different story.
You're
completely different. Completely different. You're
okay, Casey's insinuating. Don't feed the troll.
I'm just saying.
So
He's just saying you're an idiot.
So yeah, that's pretty crazy in GTA Online that they're just banning people from single player, and customer support is just like, oh, you don't use mods. That's it.
Rockstar's always been like a troll towards some people sometimes. Like remember?
Well,
remember
this is not intentional.
Online,
I'm sure this is accidental. Something.
Was it Max Payne and GTA 4 that did the own servers for hackers and stuff and modders? Was that the?
I kind of remember something like that, but I can't say for
I can't remember which game it was. But a couple of the games, like if you mod or glitch at all, they would put you in a server with just modders and like glitchers and stuff like that, and you couldn't play with regular people.
I remember in Counter-Strike Source, there was servers that aren't like VAC controlled, like you turn off like the hacking detection and stuff like that. And I would download like a couple hacks just to see what they were like and stuff, and like go onto those servers. It would be awesome. Everyone was hacking on those servers.
I like the games that when you do like pirate them or something, like there's an Easter egg in the game. Have you noticed those?
Wasn't there one that had like a pirate's patch on?
Yeah. And then there's people like asking like, why is this happening? And then people.
I remember Arma 2. Arma 2, if you had pirated that, then like your screen would start melting after like 20 minutes or something like that. Serious Sam,
yes.
There'd be an invulnerable scorpion enemy at the beginning of the game, and people would be complaining about it on the forums, like, "What is a scorpion? How do I get past the scorpion?"
Right.
Stuff.
Yeah, that sounds
like
awesome.
You idiots. It's
the
hilarious.
developers trolling the pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really funny stuff.
Well, that was mod talk, right?
Yeah, that was mod talk. Let's think of some other things.
Well, the other big
Halo 5 box art revealed. Ooh.
Oh wow! Does it have a Master Chief on it?
It has Master Chief, and actually, there's gonna be other Spartan 2s in it now. All Master Chief's buddies are coming back from the dead.
We could talk.
Terrible.
I can mention something about another mod.
Another mod?
What?
Black Mesa, the Half-Life recreation mod thing.
It?
Yeah, there's a countdown timer on their website now.
Oh,
see, that would have been a good mod to get money, or for them to make money off of.
They are going to get money off of that. It was greenlit and stuff, and it's going to be on the store whenever it comes out.
Nice, there you go.
Yeah. See, that's what greenlighting is for. That's a good idea as well.
I played Black Mesa. I didn't beat it but I played. It was good. It was basically Half-Life 2, Half-Life in the Half-Life 2 engine is literally what it is.
Yeah, it was really good. I never finished it.
I didn't either, but
I don't like those games very much, but those guys put so much work into it that they should get compensated.
It was really cool. I watched DSP play the
When he
Black
tried
Mesa
the
stuff.
jumping part?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to crouch jump. It's hilarious.
And he's
It's so
like,
funny.
I don't know what to do. It isn't explaining. What am I supposed to do?
He's
so
like
funny.
crouch jump, control space. What does that mean?
The
And he just
fucking game didn't
he
teach
complete-
me.
Yeah, he completely ignored it, and then he just like jumped around on barrels for the.
And then when he finally finds out, he's like, how was I supposed to know?
Yeah.
He like yells and complains so much.
It's hilarious. Me and my brother have been loving watching that stuff. We watched this
This
Metal
Is How
Gear
You Don't
Solid
Play?
3 one. Yeah.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid 3 and 2 are both fantastic.
I didn't watch 2. I watched 3 though when he's fighting like the end and stuff, and he's running around with like a gun and getting shot in the face with tranquilizer.
1 is really good too. He goes really racist in 1 in the first game, like against Asians because of Mei Ling. Oh my god, he says some horrible stuff.
Wait, Mei Ling is in 1?
Yeah,
What?
Mei Ling in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mei Ling.
That's so. Big Kahuna is our resident DSP.
Speaking of Mei Ling and Japanese people,
I already talked about Assassin's Creed China.
no, not that. How about that Silent Hill shit? Is that Japanese? I don't even know.
That's Japanese enough. Silent Hills was officially canceled after Kojima
It's Metal Gear Solid
was
enough.
kicked out.
yeah, that kind
um,
of sucks. But none of us here are really gonna even play it, right? So
Yeah, it was kind
I
of
couldn't
figured.
even beat the demo because it glitched out on me. So
yeah, they shouldn't even have put that on the store unless they had it working 100%.
seriously,
And people are putting up consoles on eBay that had PT on them for like $1,000.
I saw
I
it.
saw
No one's
that,
gonna
yeah.
buy it.
It's so
though.
dumb.
Yeah, no one's gonna buy it.
It's like when people had that Flappy Bird stuff. Whenever that went out, then they were like
oh my
putting
god, I
their
remember
phones
that.
up.
And then the funny thing is, some people did buy that, and the Flybird came back like
Yeah,
5 months later.
it's hilarious.
If
It's like a
anybody,
big slap in the face of those people.
if anybody wanted PT in the past year since it's been out or whatever, they would have downloaded it already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not gonna be spending
I bet.
$1,000 on the
I
demo.
bet in the future though, like maybe a year or two in the future, people will start spending money on PT PS4s.
I bet you there'll be a ROM or something online eventually that you'll be able to play it or
But
something.
people want the original.
Wow.
There's like these collectors out
It's
there.
not
that want
really
the
an original
stuff.
though. It's just all digital.
Digital demo. I don't think that's the same.
They're
They like collecting stuff, but you can't collect the digital thing the same way. It's impossible.
they used to think that, but
Oh, I just
some
remember
people go over the
something.
top of that sort of thing.
Going back to the Steam issues, about like a week ago now, there was a huge like meltdown in the currency converter thing, where one one Indonesian rupee was worth $1, where the actual exchange rate is like $1 is like 13,000 rupees.
Whoa.
So people were buying for like exorbitant prices, like very expensive things.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I didn't
So-
know about that.
So everything was like kind of like refunded and you know like prices fixed. It's
Fucking
hilarious.
Gabe, he shouldn't even have made Steam until he had all the bugs worked out.
I know,
God
it's
damn you, Steam. God damn
crazy.
you, Gabe.
Taking stuff out of my mouth and just twisting it to be a complete dick.
The Dota 2 compendium's out. That's
Yeah, but we don't play Dota. So.
yeah, nobody
Yeah.
plays Dota, so nobody.
I want to
cares
play
about that.
the Hardest Storm or whatever it's called though.
Heart of the Swarm, right? Storm?
Yeah,
No.
Swarm.
Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the
Here's
Storm.
here's a storm.
Here's the
Heart,
Storm. That's
Heart
what
of
it
the
is.
Swarm was StarCraft 2. They have way
Yeah.
too similar names.
They
Yeah.
are. They're both hots.
Hots. I got the hots for you.
So what is drawing you to playing
Just the Blizzard characters.
Okay, Blizzard? Yeah, that's what I figured.
I'm drawn to it because it's way quicker paced matches. Like you can do a match in under 15 minutes.
I didn't see the.
And
I haven't
Dota,
watched
some
any of
last
it.
like an hour and whatnot.
The longest ones I usually have lasted were like 40 minutes, maybe.
From
30.
I listened to a different podcast called Rebel FM, and they're big into Dota, and they were talking about this new patch update thing. Apparently, once you start getting really into Dota, the matches last longer and longer. And these guys were talking. That was their big complaint. How like every match they play now is over an hour long, and then apparently this update is even making it longer. So I don't know if like when you're casual, if the games are shorter, and because I'm sure once you're
everyone
better,
sucks.
it's more of a back and forth, drawn out battle. But I don't know. Heroes of the Swarm though, or Storm, whatever the fuck it's called, is supposed to be shorter missions, which sounds better to me. I don't really play no Dota hour-long match.
Yeah. So when's that coming out? Because I'll definitely play that when it comes out.
I think it comes out in like a month.
Okay.
It's like in the
That's
summer,
good.
I
And
think.
it's free as all MOBAs are, so that's nice.
Is it free? I thought it cost money, actually.
Does it? I thought it was free.
I'm not... hold on,
Last
let me
time I
check.
heard it was free.
I
That
think
was
it's
like
free.
a year ago.
You just have to pay microtransactions for characters and stuff.
That's so dumb. I love Dota too because you don't have to pay money for anything.
It
Like
com-
League of
Then how
Legends,
they-
is like
Then how do they make money for it?
the compendium, dude. That
Hats
makes
and
like
shit.
millions upon millions of dollars.
Right,
each
and
year.
you can buy
Compendium?
like
What's a compendium?
The compendium is a way to fund the big tournament that's for Dota 2.
Yeah.
Usually it brings in millions upon millions of dollars.
So you don't have to pay $1 for anything in Dota 2.
well,
not
no,
even
you
characters.
can buy. They have like the same thing as CS:GO, where you can buy like crates and keys and shit, right, Sawman?
Yeah, so all that stuff is really popular.
That's really popular. And then there's a lot of cosmetic stuff too, right, for your characters, so you can make them look different, like the Team Fortress 2 hats and bullshit like that.
And you have little pets that can, you get the ones that like deliver stuff to you, and so
Yeah.
it's
Well,
all a
you
bunch of
can-
stuff like that.
You can actually, if you know how to do it, you can make your own. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you can make your own. Then you can release it on the workshop
Yeah, and then people can
and get
download
money
it.
for it.
That's what they do in CS:GO too. They can make their own, I think.
Yep.
So that's how they make money. Yeah, I can't see if it costs money, so I think it's probably free. It comes out June 2nd, though.
Let's see some other stuff. Bomb threat clears out Gamergate gathering in Washington D.C.
I'm so sick of the Gamergate thing, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
I have no
kinda
idea what they're
dying down, I
arguing
think, though.
about. Journalism.
It's a lot of it's that, like, that Anita girl, her points, they say.
Skarkeesian.
Yeah, they're saying a lot of her points are, like, blown out of the proportion and that she's exaggerating so much stuff, so that makes them hate her. So then they go on the offensive and
So
have
they
to
make it
attack
true.
her. Yeah. Well, there's been plenty of bomb threats. She went on the Daily Show with Jon Stewart a few months ago, talking about how one of the places she was supposed to go talk got a bomb threat, and she couldn't go then because they said if it was some college, and the person said if she shows up on that campus at all, they're gonna blow the whole school up. So it's just a bunch of terrible people, pretty much. Like, I think the Gamergaters had a point at the beginning. She was kind of blowing stuff out of proportion, but you don't have to make the point.
Yeah.
You don't have to act the way you acted. You kind of just ruined
a
all
lot of
your
them were
credibility.
just really silly, but
Yeah, it was terrible.
yeah.
People just on the internet need to find hobbies and stop with all these gamer gates and all this bullshit that
Paid mods.
infuriates everyone. Paid mods, else the next Armageddon, they have to stomp their feet about everything. It's just,
Just need chill.
yeah, just relax, man. Just enjoy good stuff that's out.
Yeah. Just Cause 2. I mean 3. Sorry. Just
Really?
Cause 3. Now it had some gameplay footage just released.
Oh boy.
That shit looks awesome.
I don't care about that game.
It's in all nice quality and stuff. It's all new def. They even got multiplayer that they're making specifically for it this time. It's gonna be awesome.
Anyways, in other news, it's Star Wars Day.
Yeah, may the 4th be with you all.
We should start this
Always.
podcast off with that. We're done.
Yeah, that's
Probably
true.
should've. Damn it, Simon, it's all your fault.
In 2 days will be Revenge of the 6th as well.
Oh my god. Never heard that before, actually.
So yeah, we already talked about Battlefront and stuff on the last podcast.
Well, actually, they did come out news today on
12
Battlefront.
maps.
12 maps.
I'm down with that.
yeah, 12 maps.
Sandy, are you going to be getting
That's
that on
not bad.
PS4 to play with us, or what?
Uh,
You're not. Are you going to get on PC and play it by yourself?
I kind of like mods.
True.
Battlefront 2 had a lot of mods.
But
if
do
I remember
the
correctly.
Battlefield games have a lot of mods?
I thought they did. I remember there
Do
being
they?
like on the gaming Nexus or whatever. There was some mods.
But I
for
thought with Battlefield you couldn't play on like regular servers if you had that shit installed.
I don't know. Well, I mean, you had GameSpy at the time, but now GameSpy is gone, so it's only like local play.
No, I'm talking about actual Battlefield, not Battlefront.
Oh, Field.
Yeah.
Because don't forget, this is made by
Because
DICE
this is
now.
basically just going to be
This
like
is made
that.
by DICE. This is made by DICE
Battlefield
now, so I
2
don't
back
think
in the
they'll
day, they
do-
had a ton of mods. There was like a World War II mod and stuff that was
Yeah,
fun.
but what about
Yes,
the
but
ones
this
nowadays?
isn't back in the
though?
day, though.
I mean, they
Now,
don't
though.
open that up to modding anyway, so.
So would
Yeah,
Battlefront
so
then?
this is DICE. This is made by the same people that make Battlefield, so
okay.
I doubt they're gonna make mods.
Fine, I'll get on
I really don't
PS4.
think
Fuck
they
you.
would.
Yeah, there you go. But you'll have to get PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, I know, it's not
You
lovely.
cheap bastard.
Banjo-Kazooie's spiritual successor hits Kickstarter goal in less than 40 minutes.
When they say spiritual successor, they really do mean that. Considering if you look, there's an animal riding another animal's back.
Yeah.
It's literally the exact same thing, just different animals. They even named it after musical instruments.
One musical instrument.
Ukulele. Whatever.
Me and Kahuna had
Ukulele.
this argument already, or not argument, this
No, I didn't-
discussion.
Yeah. Well, okay. There's two different characters, but
I kind of like the bear. I don't like
one
that
is
weird dinosaur-looking thing.
I
don't know.
have
Maybe it's just me.
bird.
I have zero interest for that game.
Are you talking about the new one or
The
the
new
old
one. It's like a green dinosaur thing and some purple bat.
It's a chameleon.
Is it chameleon?
It's a
Alright.
chameleon or iguana.
I saw like
Excellent.
one image, but
It's some sort of lizard, and
I still like the bear better.
Did you guys like those games back in the day?
Dude, I fucking love those games.
I only played the first one, but it
I
was
played
good.
the first one a lot. I also played 2E a bit, but not as much. I remember the first one, whenever it would kind of cut to the cutscenes of the witch, I would always get scared as a kid. I always hate that music.
Remember that rusty shark, the metal shark, in the first one.
I remember the whole like dock,
You have to go
the
inside
dock
it.
kind of area. I think.
Yeah, and then you went inside like this metal submarine.
Yeah.
Thing.
I had a
It was a crazy
PS1,
game.
not an N64, so I missed out on that.
Yep.
You never had an N64? Oh.
My friend did, so I'd have to go to his house to play that kind of stuff.
I remember going to my friend's house to play a lot of Super Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah, that's what we played when I went
played-
there. That was so awesome.
I put so much time into
too.
that. I was Captain Falcon.
Kirby.
I was the best. Undefeatable.
I
could
I
beat
usually
you.
But
played.
now I'm absolutely garbage at it.
Okay, I was
So
gonna say I
picked
could
up
beat you because we should bring it to Lake House. I'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
in Melee, like Melee and Brawl.
No, I'm talking
so
about
bad.
N64 version.
Oh yeah, I'll kick your ass.
Oh, I'll kick
with
your
Captain
ass.
Falcon. With Captain Falcon.
Does anybody
dude.
have this?
I have my N64 and Super Smash Brothers.
Do you have it?
Do you have
Yeah.
Captain Falcon unlocked?
Do you have 4 controllers?
I have 4 controllers.
Oh shit, you gotta bring that.
Bring that shit up.
Okay.
Do you have Captain Falcon unlocked?
I haven't played it ever in this new one, so
It's not
I'm not
super
sure I
hard
have
to
a
unlock them though.
I'm not sure I have a memory card for
I
my.
can't remember. We had to be on hard mode, I think. So we had to put some time into it.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not hard to unlock them, but you have to put
Get
time into doing
Jigglypuff
it.
and
We'll
stuff.
just when we're
'Cause you have to
bored,
beat- you have to
we'll
beat it
grind
twice, I
out. We'll
think.
grind out levels when we're bored.
Because
What-
Are you sure you don't want to just play the Wii one, or
No.
because
N64 one.
in
Wii
64?
one's not terrible, but
Nah, I'm bad at that one though. I don't like
I'm
the
bad at it,
N64
too.
controller or the Wii. Not Wii.
though I played N64.
You can
one
use
recently,
GameCube
I'm bad.
controllers.
No, I'm bad at the GameCube controller is what I meant. I need the
Oh.
N64 pad. That's how I got my
Okay.
Kirby mastery down. I'll fuck you up, Kahuna.
Falcon. Actually, I don't even use Falcon Punch that much. I always did the quick jump attacks and stuff.
I remember the huge like oh, what will happen if 2 Falcon punches collide and stuff, and it'd be crazy. It was
Yeah.
one
What
of
actually
those, like,
happened? I don't
myths.
even remember. I don't know.
It just cancels each other out.
Oh, okay.
But I saw a hilarious video back in the day of they watched it and like their TV exploded. It's hilarious.
Well, that's a good. We just came up with a good idea. Something we need to bring, so that's good.
Yeah, Nintendo, man.
N64.
And basically, me and Sir both we bring our PS4 so we can play Witcher.
We're gonna have the system from 1996 and the system from 2014 or whatever.
13 it came out.
Yeah.
Nintendo also has had issues with their amiibos and stuff.
Those
I-
amiibos
Fighting
too.
'em.
This is another thing that some people get really passionate about hating on amiibos.
It's collecting though. Like it's all the collectors that try and collect that stuff, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what it is. It's like Skylanders, but with Mario characters.
And I heard one guy bought like 100 of like the rare one just so other people couldn't have it.
Yeah, it's
Of, like, that one
it's
chick-
because then they're
There
gonna
was one
jack
rare
up the price
chick
and
that
sell it for
he
a
didn't
ton.
He didn't like her at all, so he bought 100 of her so that no one else could have them.
Darkside Phil did a rant video on amiibos talking about how if you buy them, you're supporting Nintendo in their downfall and how you're basically you're not letting them know that they're making bad games anymore. They're not doing what they used to do, and you're telling them they should switch to make toys. And he went on this whole rant video, and it was hilarious. Like people get so passionate about the dumbest things nowadays.
Just 6 hours ago, Destructoid posted that Nintendo finally acknowledged their amiibo problem.
What even
So-
is it that the scarcity of it or
Yeah.
Yeah,
scarcity.
so they expressed remorse and for its perpetually understocked and mismanaged toy line.
isn't that kind of good though? Like collectors love having the shit that's limited, right?
Yeah, but I guess it's just how people have been using them. I don't know. It's
Or getting
weird.
100 copies of
I haven't
one
had
of them.
any interaction with amiibos, so.
Yeah, I could give 2 fucks about an amiibo.
Do they even do anything, or are they just like a statue that just sits there?
You can put them in your games, right? Or like
Yeah, they have a little sensor on the bottom of them. I remember because like someone was getting through like bus lines with it or something.
Yeah, it's like basically
lines.
just like what happened with Skylanders a few years ago.
Yeah.
You can set them on a pod thing, and then they can teleport into certain mini games and stuff. It's not our kind of thing, I'm guessing.
Nope.
But some people, like if I was 14, that shit might be cool. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Does any of your younger brothers or sisters have them, or?
They don't have amiibos, but they have Skylanders.
Right. Oh yeah.
And once you start getting a lot of Skylanders, you know, you don't, when you're that age, you don't switch to a new thing then. And Skylanders actually have like decent, you know, action video games involved. It's almost like old school like Spyro, but with like your Skylander characters. With amiibos, I'm pretty sure it's just like mini games and stuff. It's not actual.
Well, there's also another thing that does it too is Disney Infinity has the same thing I think too.
My little brother does want that, but that shit's so expensive. That's the problem.
Yeah, I wonder where all
And
these
isn't
kind
there,
of
like,
came from.
a Marvel one as well.
Skylanders was the first, and it became a huge hit.
Yeah, and then Disney Infinity, and now I think there's a Marvel version of that too.
Yeah, but I
Wouldn't
mean,
that
it
just
is.
be Disney Infinity because Disney owns Marvel.
I know, but I think it's like a Marvel.
They're making
version
Star
of
Wars
Disney
ones
Infinity.
too, I think.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But it is a huge, like, it's really smart that they did this because it makes perfect sense. Kids love
It's just
collecting shit, and they love
And you buy
video games.
You buy to get more characters.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
I
then,
remember.
Go ahead.
I remember back in the day when I was a kid seeing commercials for this fighting game that you scan barcodes and then it puts like random characters into your games that are based on those barcodes.
Yeah, shit's cool.
I played that. The game was horrible.
Remember the Game Boy Advance card reader? That was basically the same thing. Like, you
Yeah.
swipe the cards, and it was that kind of thing, but back in the day. Yeah, there was a card reader. I forget what it was called. But you basically swiped it like a credit card machine, and then different things would pop up in your game.
I think that's kind of all stemmed from just like trading card games. Like I remember Pokemon, you could take your saved game and put it into Pokemon Stadium.
Yep.
Do that little adapter thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing the Yu-Gi-Oh game on a Game Boy Advanced, and there's little numbers at the bottom of your actual cards, and you put those numbers in, and then you get the card in game.
Yeah, it's.
Pokemon Stadium. That game was a shit.
That Pokemon Stadium was awesome.
I thought that game was overrated.
Awesome.
All
It's
you
basically
did-
Pokemon Battles went 3D.
Yeah, but I wanted to actually fight as a Pokemon, not just tell them to use water pump.
Whenever I think of old games on like a shelf at like a game store as a kid,
Water pump is a real attack. Sorry, Sam.
I know, it just sounds funny.
Go ahead, Samuel.
When you said it, you're like, water pump.
Because I remember playing as a Blastoise when I played that game
Yeah.
and I used that. But
Oh,
go
yeah,
ahead,
Bla-
Samuel. Sorry.
whenever I think of like when I was a kid going to a game store and looking at games and seeing all these little sealed copies of stuff, I always think of Pokemon Stadium. I remember there just being a huge line of Pokemon Stadium games on the shelf. And
Well, wasn't there, like, didn't you have to, like, get, like, a big box for it, too? Like, didn't it come with, like, a bunch of shit?
yeah, it came with the little adapter that put into your controller that so you can put your
Yeah.
cards into it.
A lot of Pokemon games like that had it. Like, there was, like, that one Pikachu game where you had, like, a
Yeah,
pet
my
Pikachu.
friend,
I
my
had
friend
that.
had that.
I
My
had
friend
that.
I had it, too, and you had, like, a headset for it.
I
and
had
you'd talk
I had
to it.
so much fun with that, but the microphone the dude had stunk. I think because like maybe his like
Are you-
father smoked or something.
Are you
but
talking about the one for like the console?
Yeah, for N64.
Hey You Pikachu is called.
Oh, I had.
Hey
You
You
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
I had a Pikachu Tamagotchi. I forget what it was called.
Oh,
no,
I had
I'm
one of those as well, like the little Pikachu walker, Poke
Yeah,
Walker.
what was
Yeah.
that called?
Was it Poke Walker?
I had to save up to get it, and it was like $70-some.
I thought it was called like Poke Walker.
I'm gonna check it out.
I actually had a Pokédex, too. I had
This
a
is
legit
it right
Pokédex.
here. It was called the Pokemon Pikachu Virtual Pet. I'm
I
looking
think I
at
had that.
pictures of it. That shit looks horrible right now. But I had to save up like $70.
I had one of those. Yeah, I had that.
And I remember it was such a bitch. I saved up all this money. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna take care of my fucking Pokemon. And one night at like 1 a.m, the bitch would not stop whining or begging for food.
It's
And
like Furbies, man.
I opened up my window and threw it out the window because it wouldn't stop bitching. And then I went out the next day and it rained or the dew or something broke it. And that was it. That was how Pikachu died for me.
$70 worth.
I had it for like a month before that, but I collected Tamagotchis back then. I had like 10
Tamagotchis
different
were
ones.
awesome. I remember getting Tamagotchis from like McDonald's Happy Meals or something.
Yeah.
Those ones
They
were
were
never
horrible.
like the high quality ones though, you know.
high quality.
But they were all
They
cheap.
so
They were
high
like
quality.
$20, but like you could collect all kinds of different ones. Did you have your own little pets and stuff? It was so
Yeah.
cool. They're still around, I guess.
Hey Pikachu was a shit though.
Hey,
Except
Pikachu was
it
awesome.
wouldn't turn off, so you had to throw it out the window.
What about Pokesnap?
Pokemon Snap?
Pokemon Snap
Pokemon
was good as
Snap.
well.
I played that.
I remember hunting down Mew.
I remember there's Pokemon Snap little terminals in like Best Buy or whatever, and you
Right.
like you put your game into it and stuff, and then or like your little save data slot thing into it, and it prints out the images for you. Like, why would anyone want to do that?
Because it was back before the internet was big.
It's cool stuff.
remember trying
Tamagotchis
to
are
hunt
still
down
around,
Mew.
and people still buy them for like $40. That's crazy to me. When you could probably get an app on your phone that does the same thing. Although the app on your phone, I guess, if it's hungry, you can just turn it off. Turn the app off. If your Tamagotchi's hungry, that shit beeps and fucking whines like a little bitch.
Take out the batteries.
But those things were like screwed in, so unless you had a tiny
Yeah.
screwdriver,
I remember.
you couldn't.
I remember. There's a little reset hole on it. You could poke like a pencil or something.
I remember that too, and I think because it was the middle of the night and I was like groggy, I couldn't find anything.
Drunk.
No, I was groggy, so I was
You're
just like,
about to say drunk.
fuck it, and just threw it. But it was at my old house. I remember doing that vividly. It was funny.
Drunk.
All right. Do we have anything else to talk about, boys and girls?
Yeah. Let's think. There's.
My penis
Does
is
anyone
hard.
care about like the Ouya?
No, but
They
No.
they put
It's
itself
dead.
up for sale.
That
Yeah.
it's failing. No surprise there.
Yeah, they-
no one's gonna buy it.
Yeah, they put it up themselves up for sale to take over the company and whatever. No, that's not happening. It's just they're gone.
Yeah, that thing was the worst idea ever.
I have no idea why so many people like Kickstarted that.
I mean, it had a cool idea behind it. It was kind of like, oh, the gamers get to back it. You're a part of the develop. You're like, it's the whole community thing, you know.
Yeah, that nobody made any shit for it. And it was just an Android game, so.
And there's like 50 other things that you can get that do the exact same thing.
exactly.
Like all the not Roku's, but there's all those Android little sticks now that you can just plug into your
Yeah.
TV.
Yeah, it was just it became dated before it was even released.
It had such a shitty controller apparently too that was shipped with it. Like it was a cheap plastic Tiger Electronic feeling thing.
E3 is coming up soon.
Yeah,
That's
that'll be
pretty
cool. But it's right after the cabin trip, right?
Fallout 4 better be announced.
The next episode of the podcast, we should do E3 predictions.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Rare. They're going to be announcing a new game at E3.
Rare.
Banjo Kazooie.
Yeah, I know, right? That'd be hilarious.
Golden.
Banjo Kazooie when Ukulele is coming out.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
What if they make Golden Balls? The sequel to GoldenEye.
What if they did new? They're probably going to do like a new Donkey Kong or something. I guess.
Did they do Donkey Kong?
I thought Rare did Donkey Kong, didn't they? They
Well-
did the old ones at least.
Well, people are still making new Donkey Kongs now. Like one came out like a couple years ago.
Yeah, Tropical Freeze or whatever came out.
Did they do Gecko?
Gek?
The Gecko.
Gex?
one? Gek. Did they
Gek?
do Gek?
I don't know.
I don't think that was them. That was like Namco.
Oh.
I don't actually know. I was
Who
a
did
little
Gex?
kid. Let's check. Gex. It was called Gex.
Gex.
It was made by BMG Interactive and Crystal Dynamics and Microsoft Game Studios for PC version.
All those are defunct studios now.
Yeah.
Is Crystal Dynamics defunct?
I thought so.
Are they? They're the people that make Tomb Raider, man.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
They're not defunct. Yeah, they're still making the new Tomb Raider, so that's gonna be coming out this year. There's probably gonna be some E3 stuff on that. That'll be cool.
Did you ever finish Dragon Age Inquisition, Kuna?
I haven't played that.
Oh, you haven't even played it yet? Well, there's.
I haven't even been Origins yet.
Oh
I
my
haven't played
God.
Origins since last time I talked about it.
Has
my
anyone
God.
here beaten Bloodborne?
No.
No.
Have you played it
I'm,
at all, Soundman, recently?
I haven't played it since I talked about it like a couple
How
podcasts
far
ago.
are you?
I don't remember where I stopped at. I was at that prison area where there's the electrical beast. And I was also.
Oh, the place where you get kidnapped and sent to?
Yeah, but
Oh,
before
past
that,
haven't beaten
I
that.
beat Vicar Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
Did that. Did you do Forbidden Forest?
I did the Forbidden Forest. I did those shadow
did you do-
people, Shadow
Did you,
Yarnum.
did you do By Gernworth or whatever?
I think I'm in there right now.
Oh, that's like literally that area takes 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes to get to the boss. But the boss, apparently a lot of people hate it.
What was the boss?
Romulus, the spider one or whatever. I don't know.
Right,
I don't know
yeah.
his name. Rom the spider.
Oh, the vacuous spider. Yeah, I beat him. I beat the vacuous spider. That was
Yeah,
that was
okay.
easy as fuck.
Well, I know, but a lot of people hated him.
Yeah, it was annoying because it just kept teleporting away. But once you figure out how to do it, then it was easy. But
Yeah,
yeah,
so
I
like,
got after that part. I forgot where
Did
I'm
you
at.
do the castle yet?
Castle.
It's an optional thing.
I'm at some place where there's huge ass beasts on like hanging on walls and stuff, and they bring their
Yeah,
hand
that's
around
like the
and-
next main area.
Yeah,
Basically, don't ruin that for Steel, because that's part of that's literally like they're always there, but you don't see them until like after you beat the spider. Is basically the thing.
okay. Yeah.
Because they can kill you if if you walk in like underneath them, because they pick you up and they instantly kill you.
Yeah.
But before you would just see like a big ball of light and then you die. Now you can actually see them grab you. Because they've always been there, but you just couldn't see them until after you kill the spider.
It's like
the spider was a great one who was controlling the nightmare and the visual effects of the nightmare. Without him, you see everything the way it's supposed to be.
It's like you can see the great one if you have high enough insight.
You can actually see those guys if you have a high enough insight.
You guys are noobs, not beating it yet. Noobs.
Steel,
I beat
Steel,
it. I beat it yesterday.
You're not even into the Forbidden
I
Forest
poop
yet.
socked it yesterday.
Or you haven't beaten the
Yes, I
Forbidden
have. I
Forest
beat
yet?
it yesterday.
Really? What's the boss for it? Right now, without looking it up.
Garfunk the
Garf.
Garfunk the lemon police.
Okay.
You haven't got that
close.
far yet. I skipped the part you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
I beat the
Right,
game
yes,
though.
I'm-
Garfunkel is the
You-
boss. Okay.
I actually know who the final boss of the game is.
Do you find Bloodborne scary at all?
No, because I play with Kahuna, but it is creepy, kind of.
It's creepy, but I'm not really
It's
creeped out by
atmospheric.
It's got good
It's very-
atmosphere.
I do love the atmosphere of it. I do love the
I
atmosphere.
get surprised, but I don't get scared. Like whenever like I had started getting really high insight, and those bagger guys that like capture you, they do like jumping attacks and they do all like this
I fucking
crazy
hate those
shit.
Guys. I can still not beat them really
It
good.
definitely.
Those guys, and there's these guys in the castle that I have trouble with too. That I did have trouble with. I basically just ran by them. I couldn't kill even one of them.
It's definitely not like a horror game. Like it's not gonna scare you like
No.
that.
It's not like FNAF or something.
Or even like Resident Evil like 4 is much scarier, I think, because there's like jump scares and stuff. This is just a creepy atmosphere. It's kind of like depressing, sort of.
Talking about FNAF,
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's, another one was announced.
Oh my god, I'm so sick of that series.
Number 4.
I
really
Didn't they say the third one was gonna be the final one, and now they're coming out with the fourth one?
I think everyone assumed the third one was going to be the final one, but Scott Cawthon, the dude who makes it, never said it was.
This one comes out on Halloween, right?
Yeah, something like that.
That's cool.
Oh, he's actually taking time. That's a long distance way away for.
for
Yeah.
these games. Usually, it's
Usually
like
it comes out like a
tomorrow.
couple months after the other one. It seems.
Yeah, he was. I don't know. I really watched like Markiplier and stuff. People like that playing it.
I am so sick of playing those games.
It's really enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, maybe by October I'll want to play one again, but
This is a long podcast.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's much to say, much else
nope.
to talk about. So we'll be back in 2 weeks with another NPC Talk. This is the last Unicorns of the Round Table for a while that we can think of. But if you want to keep seeing us chat and ramble about things, check out NPC Talk on my channel. Thanks for watching this episode of NPC Talk. I'll get you guys later. See ya!
I shave my pubes during my lunch break at work. How many people can say that? Not many.
Nope.
Why would you do that when you couldn't get a shower afterwards?
I didn't need a shower.
What?
You don't get a shower after you shave your pubes?
I have a little duster thing that I use.
A what?
It's like
You
a,
dust your pubes? What the fuck is wrong with you?
you don't dust yours?
No, I just jump in the
It's
shower
like
and wash
no.
real
It's
king.
like an electric duster
it-
that sucks
Is it
everything
like
up.
one of those little
out.
hand vacuum things?
I can just think of one of those vacuum cleaners that you like use on like a furniture and just sucking all around.
It's one of those. It's made for men's grooming.
I'll be on in a minute. Just dusting my pubes.
Not what it is at all. They didn't know I was doing that, okay?
It's like, oh, he must be cleaning off his desk or something in there.
No, it was during lunch break. I can
Or
do
like
whatever I want.
Or like he has like one of those air dust cans.
I'm in my office. I'm in my apartment.
In your office. Oh wow.
It's in my
You're just
apartment, not
making
my
it
office.
so much worse right
Hopefully
now.
your boss listens to this.
Okay, shut up,
All right.
everybody.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, I'm
I
ready.
don't have a way to start an intro, so I guess we'll just
You're gonna
start.
add that as like a
It's gonna be.
behind the scenes
It's
thing.
gonna be at the end. Don't worry.
Okay, I was gonna say you have to put that at the end because that was awesome.
Yes.
Dusting pubes. Fucking dumb.
Okay.
Hey, I did
Okay.
a design.
Yo, what's up, people? How's it going? I said that way too fast.